morning, students. Myself, Janish Shah, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. In our previous session, we talked about that how can we convert our algorithm of circular queue into C program, right? And in today's lecture, we will see that how can we convert algorithms for DQ or each and every operation of DQ into C program. So let's see it. See, right now here you can see that insertion at rear end algorithm. Okay, students, we to total have four different algorithms. First one is insertion at rear end. Second one is insertion at front end. Okay, fine. Next is deletion at rear end and deletion at front end. Fine. So out of these four different algorithms of DQ, we know that insertion at rear end algorithm is same as simple queue insertion. Fine. Okay. And here deletion at front end algorithm is same as simple queue deletion. Okay, so we just need to recall or rewrite the C code for these two, insertion at front end and insertion at rear end algorithms. But still, I'll show you quickly that how can we convert the insert at rear end algorithm. Okay, so as we know, to insert something at the rear end, we need 4 to 5 parameters: front, rear, q, n, and y. Right? But front, rear, q, and n, these four parameters are already defined as global. How? See, integer q of sizes n, then I'm defining hash define and 5, no semicolon is there. Make sure in the concept defining in C we are not going to put up any semicolon after end of the statement for hash define and 5. Fine. The next two variables should be declared integer m is equal to -1 and integer r is equal to -1. My both pointers are already declared as global f and r at -1. Okay, because in the program it starts indexes from 0 and q of n is my q, the q which is represented by array q, and hash define n shows the constant n size 5. Clear? See, this algorithm is already written over here. Like first you need to check the overflow condition whether r is greater than or equal to n. For that in C program we can return like this: if void dqins at the rate rear end. See, this is my function name. Okay, but if you write in C program you cannot write like this at the rate. At the rate word is not used. So I just use dq insert at rear end. Fine. So now the first thing is function name should be clear and it should be understandable that what you are going to do. As see, if you have seen, the code is totally same. See, to insert in simple queue, first you need to check whether r is equal to n minus 1. Okay, but here my n is small n. Okay, wait, small n minus 1. Then printf q is full, else just the enter a value of y, scan the value, do the increment of r plus plus, then q of r is equal to y, and if the end right insertion is successful, then just set the front pointer. If front pointer is at -1, then you need to put it at 0. This whole code we have already studied in our simple queue insertion C program, right? Okay, but if you can check here, the function name is dqins rear end, ins rear end. Okay, sir, why are you giving such like this names? Because my function name should be precise enough to understand it. Okay, so here I'm just doing the DQ insertion at rear end. That's why my function name is like this. In my simple queue, I just want to queue insert. So my function name is queue insert. Okay, so it's up to you that what you want to give function name. But always remember, function user can easily understand that what you are going to do in that function from his function name. Okay, this is a common request to all of you that make sure the function name should be understandable and clear. Okay, so I'm not going to write this again because I have already told you that how can we convert this simple keyword insertion algorithm into C programming. Fine. So let's move forward to the next part. Another is insertion at front end. Okay, so let me write that code. First is insertion at front end. So what you need to do? You just need to check the overflow condition, right? So I'm just doing first void dq ins at front. Okay, it should not be here. So dq ins front. It shows dq insertion at front end. I do not want to pass any parameters. As I am doing insertion, I'm just declaring integer y over here. Then first I need to check the overflow condition. See, first I need to check the overflow condition. Fine. So what I need to do, I just need to write like this. If f is equal to, if f is equal to 0. Okay. Then what you need to write? Just write printf q is full. Fine. Got it. Next statement is else part. Else. Okay, what you need to do? First you need to check whether the queue is empty or not. So it goes like this. If f is equal to 0, then f arrow r arrow 1. So my first condition should be if f is equal to minus 1, then f is equal to r is equal to 0. This is just because if my queue is totally empty, then my front pointer and rear pointer are pointing to the minus 1 position, right? But if I want to insert at my front end, then F and R both move towards 0. Okay, so make sure about this. Then the else part is q of f arrow r f plus 1. So it becomes f plus plus. What about the other part? Okay, the next is insert the element. So here you just need to insert the element, but before that you need to take the data from the user. So it should be like this: printf. Wait for a minute. I'm just doing copy and paste from the above lines. Okay, so it's like this: printf and scanf the value of y. So just check this. Printf enter the value of y, scanf ampersand y, and then you need to write q of r is equal to y. So insertion successfully done at front end, not rear end. Okay. So here am I did any mistake? F plus plus? Yes or no? Yes, it should be f minus minus, because in front end insertion you need to reduce or you need to decrement your front pointer. Okay, so let's begin. Move forward to the next code, that is deletion at front end. Okay, so students, for deletion at front end, what we need to write? See, first you need to check the underflow condition. Underflow condition is f is equal to 0, then write underflow. Otherwise, you need to return something, and that's return 0. Okay, so this is a simple queue deletion algorithm. Y is equal to q of f. Check the queue is empty or not. If my f and rear pointer both point to the same position, students, at the deletion time, then it makes sense that it's empty. So move f and r to 0, then f arrow f plus 1. So here is my code. See, F is equal to -1, then return -1, else y is equal to q of f. Now, if f and r both are at same position, then just make to the -1, else increment the front pointer and then return y. Now, this is the rear end algorithm. Deletion at rear end. If you want to delete something from this is my queue, this is my front, this is my rear end. If you want to delete something from the rear end, then what you need to do? You first need to check whether my queue is empty or not. So according to the algorithm, it should go like this. If r is equal to 0, then write underflow and return, then assign the values. So here is my first step. Okay, let me write it again for you. So students, the first step is integer dq delete at rear end. We should not write at the rate in C. Okay, make sure. So the first step is I'm just declaring integer y over here. Then need to check the underflow condition. If r is equal to -1, then return 0. Okay. You people know that, sorry, return -1. This is a program for return -1. You already know that in program we are just returning the value, and at the time of function calling we just fetch the value and compare it and show the answer. Fine. So do not worry about that, sir. Why are you not returning over here like the queue is empty or underflow? Okay, we are just writing it that at the time of function calling. Now in else part, what you need to do first, just assign the value y is equal to q of r. Then check if f is equal to r or not. Okay, see this part. First assigning the value y is equal to q of r. Then check whether the f and r both are at same position or not. If that's so, then f is equal to r is equal to -1. And the else part, students, see, usually we are doing insertion at the rear end, but right now we are doing deletion at rear end. So here rear pointer should -1. R is equal to 1 -1. Fine. And one step we are just missing, that to return the deleted value. Let's return y. Got it? So such like this, you can do the 4 different operations on DQ. Now let's move towards the next screen in code blocks and just put down this whole code over there and what it shows. Just check it out. See, so at the very first step, now it might be visible to all of you. Okay, hash include stdio.h, as defined, and 5. Okay, I'm just repeating these statements. Just listen it very carefully that right now I'm not declaring or not writing hash include content.h just because this is code blocks, it does not support it. And the next thing is that I'm not writing get ch or clr over here. Fine. Okay. So students, the hash includes corner attach, gets ch and clr are not going to work over here. So I'm not going to write it. The first thing is hash includes stdio.h. Next is hash define and 5, that is our constant. I need to declare my 4 variables q and f and r as a global, so I can use it in whole the program. Okay, I just declared it each and everything. Here are my 4 functions, declaring my 4 functions: void dq insert at rear end, dq insert at front end, dq delete at rear end, and dq delete at front end. Next, void main starts. See, this code is totally common as my previous 3 codes of stack, push pop change operation, then simple queue insertion and deletion operation, and then circular queue insertion and deletion operation. In each and every program we have seen this code. Okay, so do not worry about it. You have already trained with such type of codes that what to write in main methods. If you're still not aware about it, then you can check out my previous videos, and here I am with this DQ insertion and deletion. See, void main, we need 3 different variables: answer, ch for choice, and I for the for loop. Next, just by writing do, Then printf, enter 1 for insert at rear end. See, enter 2 for insert at front end. Okay. Then enter 3 for delete at rear end and enter 4 for delete at front end. The next is enter 5 to print the DQ. So here I am just written 5 for print DQ, 4 for delete front, 3 for delete at rear, 2 for insert at front and 1 for insert at rear. Fine. Okay. So now beginning with the next part is scan the choice. I'm just scanning the choice. That's a switch case CH case 1 that is used for the DQ at rear end insertion, case 2 for the DQ at front end insertion, case 3 for the DQ at rear end deletion. Then if my answer is -1, then we can write it as underflow. Then else the deleted element is answer. Next part is answer DQ deletion at front end. Then if that's so, if answer is -1, then we can write easily at underflow. Step number 5 is printing the Q. How to print the Q is same as simple Q printing format. I'm just adding one line that if my f is equal to -1, then write the Q is empty. Else in for part I is equal to f, I less than or equal to r, I plus plus. Break while ch is not equal to 6. See here I need to perform 4 different operations and fifth one for the printing. So I'm just closing my program execution at the point of 6. Okay. So this is a DQ rear end algorithm. Okay, you can see it over here. Fine. This is DQ rear end insertion algorithm. Okay. Then sorry program. This is DQ insertion front end C program. Function. This function is used for the DQ insertion at front end. Now this function is used for the DQ deletion at front end. And last one is for DQ deletion at rear end. So let's start and move forward to the program execution. Just pressing my F9. Into this lecture, just little bit increase my fonts, you can see easily. Now let me first print the queue. Okay, double-ended queue is empty. So right now my queue is empty. There are no elements are there. So the first operation I am going to perform is insert. Make sure insert at rear, insert at front, delete at rear, delete at front. So I am just inserting the value of y, that is 10. Okay. See, during insertion in this program I just shown you the values of front and rear, so you can easily understand that we are doing right or wrong. Okay. So this is successfully done. Let me print the queue. See, this is my rear end. This is my rear end. My front pointer is also pointing over at the same position. Fine. This is 10. Okay. Now what happens with another code? Let's see. If I want to insert at front end again, it must be Q is full. It shows Q is full. Let's check it out. Value 89. Okay. Insertion success. Why? Sorry, I'm just pressing 1. I just pressing 1, so it shows like insertion successfully. Let me print out the Q 10 and 89. Now let me again press number 2 for the insert at front end. It shows Q is overflow because this is my front end. You cannot insert in this direction again. Fine, but this is 89. You can insert in this direction at the rear end. Okay, so I am just inserting again. First 95, first 65. I am printing the Q. Sorry, deleted element. Okay, let me print the Q. See, 10, 89, and 95. Okay, I'm just inserting once again 65 and print the Q. 5. So 10, 10, 89, 95, 65. Now students, I want to delete from front end. So I am going to delete one element from this direction, front end, and one element from rear direction. So what do I need to use? To delete at front end, I need to press 4. Okay, so element is deleted. See, 10 is deleted. This is front end. Now let me print the Q. This is my Q 89, 95, 65. Okay, now I want to delete from rear end. So delete from rear end, press number 3. Okay, just entering press number 3. See, 65 is deleted. right? So our program is working properly. Okay, I will print out the queue. Again, if I want to delete at the front end, 89 is deleted. Again, if I want to delete from rear end, number 3, 95 is deleted. So is there an element left in the queue? The queue is empty. If I want to again delete something, it should at press number 4 it shows underflow. Press number 3 it shows underflow. So our underflow condition is working properly. Insertion DQ deletion DQ is working properly, and our overflow condition should working properly. Let me check it out. First I need to press number 2, 45. Insertion successfully done at front end. Let me print out the queue. See, 45. Got it. Now just printing the queue at the rear end. Insert in values in rear end. 56. Insert 78. Insert 32. Print the queue. So this is my queue. Now I'm going to delete from front end and insert at front end again. Delete from front end and insert at front end again. See. Delete from front end. 45 is deleted. Let me print the queue. See. The queue is 56, 78 and 32. Okay, so I want to insert front end again. Can I? Yes, you can. Okay, so then number 2, 100, print the queue. See, 100 is printing over here. So such like this, students, you can easily print out your queue. Okay, so if you have any doubt, then please feel free to ask me in any lecture. Fine. See, this is the queue insert at front. Here, insert at front should be at minus. Fine. Okay, make sure. Just clear, make sure you have to clear this. Where our function is working? Because we have did not delete and insert something like this. So make sure in code L square should be F minus minus. Okay. Where in the queue insert at front. Fine. So students, this is our program for DQ insertion and deletion. You make sure about it that function name should be clear and understandable. Please run this program in your code blocks or Turbo C. And still, if you have any query, then please feel free to ask me. So in our next lecture, we'll talk about that how can we implement stack using linked list and how can we implement queue using linked list. Till that, if you have any doubt in any programs of stack and queue, then please feel free to ask me. Thank you so much.